guys, welcome to another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. So today I want to talk on the topic how not to investigate your Nigerian man. Now, since the start of this year, I've had consultations with different women, and I say over 90% of them are trying to investigate or uncover the Nigerian man they are talking with. Now, investigating your Nigerian man is not a bad idea. As a Nigerian man myself, when you talk of Nigerian men, most people think of scam, romance scam, fraud, and all other negative stereotype that have come to be associated with Nigerian man, which I've told you guys that an average Nigerian man condemns all of this. An average Nigerian man is not thinking of scamming you, but being what it is, it's like we have a target on our back. Once you say you're Nigerian, you're a scam. And this is the reason whereby every Nigerian who decides to go into a relationship with a Western woman, you have to carry that cross. Because countless times, if you meet a Nigerian man who expresses his feelings to you, you see him always trying to convince you that, look, I am not here for your green card. I'm not here for your visa. I'm not here for your money. I just love you. I have no plans to swindle you. I just want to marry you, spend the rest of my life with you, have kids, and hallelujah, amen. And this actually works for most women. It's like, yay, okay, finally I got a man, and these women go into relationship. But the thing is, after some time, these women, they start getting sad, disturbed, because they start seeing things, things they didn't see at the start. It start coming to them that, okay, it seems this guy is taking the mic on me, is playing with my emotions and all of that. And this is why I want to talk on this video how not to investigate your Nigerian man. Now, before I tell you about this, it's important to understand that there are sincere and honest Nigerian men who have no plans to do anything wrong to you. In fact, there are Nigerian men who don't know how to scam. They don't know how to go about this trick people do in relationship. For them, it's complex. It's easier and safer to be honest and sincere. But if you meet a Nigerian man who wants to defraud you with the name of love in relationship, then it's important to remember that they have a target audience. So while he's talking to you and you feel something is off, always try to see if you fall in this listed target audience, so you can protect and defend yourself. Now, without wasting further time, how should you not investigate your Nigerian man? The first thing is, do not leave it too late. This is the first mistake a lot of Western women make. They leave it too late, and then it becomes literally too late for them to do anything. By then, the harm is done, and in most cases, this dude walks away free. The highest you do is to drag him on social media. Now, how does this happen? Let me give you an analogy. Now, this is Sarah. Sarah is 43 years old. Sarah meets Femi. Femi is 37. Either they meet online or physically, and Sarah thinks Femi is fine, is caring, is sweet, is loving. In fact, Femi spoils Sarah with his presence. He calls, he spends time with her. Sometimes he decides to spend money, and Sarah is just so much in love and in relationship, ready to go into a serious relationship with Femi. Now, and for this reason, everything about Femi doesn't matter. Sarah is only interested in the now, only interested in the present. She has no plans to know anything about what Femi has done in the past. She just, loves Femi regardless. Just like the Backstreet song, As Long As You Love Me, the song, Who You Are. So this is the same vibe Sarah is having. Everything starts going fine. They go on dates, spend quality time together. And in fact, some even end up getting married. Why wouldn't you when you've seen the perfect guy? Until things start going south. Sarah starts discovering that a lot of things are wrong. Basically, things she's been told, they are not adding up. At that point, Sarah starts to make investigation, and she discovers that nothing correlates with what she's been told and what she's seen. At that point, Sarah now knows that, okay, there is a mistake. There's a mistake because this young man she met who gave her his bio data and everything seems perfect. A 37-year-old Nigerian man. And one thing Sarah didn't do was to have a thorough check to understand why a 37 years old Nigerian man is still single. Sarah rather just dashed fall headfirst in love, and at the end of the day, the rest is history because Sarah discovered she was played. Now, if you're listening to me, do not keep your investigation late. If you are talking to a Nigerian man who is in his late 20s upwards, there are certain questions I want you to ask. Questions like, are you married in Nigeria? Do you have kids or you have a child in Nigeria? Did any lady get pregnant for you in the past and it came out as a mistake? Did you promise any lady marriage? How many women think they are in a relationship with you? Is your family keeping any lady for you to come and marry later? The truth of the matter is that a lot of Western ladies ask these first two questions. Are you married? Do you have a child? But the other questions they don't ask because one way or the other, these last four questions they come to your doorstep and knock. And that's why it's important. Now, listen, in Nigeria, the average age of men whereby the Nigerian men get married is from the 30s upwards. There are Nigerian men who, of course, marry in their 40s. I mean, life happens. But if you are in a relationship, you're in a talking stage with a Nigerian man who is in his late 20s and 30s upward, and you think his past doesn't count, you would be shooting yourself in the foot. And that is why it's important to start making or asking your questions, trying to understand who this individual is, what he has done in the past. Because if you leave it too late, you would cry. And that's the truth. I'm telling you from experience. Another way you shouldn't investigate is do not ask his friends and family. Now, if you suspect your Nigerian man is up to something or you feel something strange, don't go calling his friends and family. They will always have his back. It's simple psychology. Because I see ladies who tell me, well, I was worried, so I spoke to the father, I spoke to the brother, to the mom, to the uncle, auntie, father figure, mother figure, and they all told me, nah, quatch, nothing like such. And yes, this can happen if you're with a honest Nigerian man. The family, your fears, the family could be telling you the truth because they are honest. But if you meet a criminal, if you meet Derinwa Mama, a real criminal, Anini Shino Rambo, if you meet any of these guys, the family will tell you what he has been telling you. They are working on the same page. And that is why these guys, the moment they start dating you, one of the first things they do is that they coach their family and friends. Look, if Sarah ever asks you like this is what you tell her. In fact, some don't even need coaching. You know, birds of a feather, they flock together. The moment you ask them, they know what to tell you because they are doing the same thing. And that is why it's important when you feel something is wrong, the first people you don't want to run to is the family member. They will not give you what you want to hear. So you start by looking for answer outside of the family and friends. It works, trust me. Another way you don't want to investigate is, you know, is to spill your secrets. What you're doing. Rather, you keep your investigation private. You know, there are women who they will give the guy a head start. It's like, I am watching you, Femi. I'm investigating you closely. Just know anywhere you are and whatever thing you do, I will be watching you closely. And the guy will be like, okay, you go watch Tire now. You want to watch, you will watch Tire. You know, now this is a mistake a lot of ladies do. You know, a lot of ladies do because the moment you make this guy understand that you're on him, he clears his secrets. You want his phone? Okay, here's my phone. Go through. You're not going to see anything. Oh, you want access to my laptop? Oh, this is my laptop. Oh, you need password to my Facebook? Oh, here is it. You will not see anything because this dude understands you're trailing him. If he's a criminal, he would be faster than you. You would not see anything. And that is why it's best you keep your investigation a secret. Keep it to yourself. Gather as much information as you can. Do not let him know you are on him until you have enough and sufficient information to then confront him. You would bring enough information that when you confront him, you know, just be prepared that he would have answers to everything you say. Of course, Nigerians are smart people. But because you have sufficient information, every answer he brings, your information from your investigation would counter it, because some of them would arm themselves to tell you lies, and they would even start telling people to call you to even expound on the lies to make you understand that, oh, you're thinking too much, oh, it's not true. And this is why it's important to keep your investigation yourself. Don't talk too much. Just smile, do your thing behind him. And last but not the least is, do not pay anyone to make your investigation for you at the early phase. I insist, at the early phase, do not pay. Some people may come and tell you, I can help you do it. And they give you a certain fee, and then you pay. And then when you pay, this guy will come back again. He wants more money because he wants to check this. He comes back again, he wants more money. This guy would open a business on your head, an NGO on your head. And at that point, you get frustrated. You are trying to get information, but in the process of getting information, you're also being scammed. And this is why I say to a lot of you who come to me, try as much as possible to start getting information yourself at the early phase. There are stages where you may not be able to go any further given the distance. Then you may need an external person who is a professional with a recognized office you can actually pay to help you continue from where you've stopped. Because you could be in Europe, North America, Asia, and there are informations you can't get given the distance. And this is why you should start the process yourself. Now, I understand to some women it could be very emotional because you don't want to see things online that would even break you into pieces the more. I understand this, but just try, hold your heart together, and, you know, get started. Try to see what is happening. If this dude is actually playing on you or not. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I met a Canadian lady who was trying to understand if a Nigerian man was playing on her. And I was totally blown away by her investigative skills. She had a lot of information. She came prepared, and I was like, wow, I've never met someone like you before. She came prepared. She came armed, and that's why I say to you, ladies, try your best, and get your investigation started yourself. Now, guys, some of you are dating Nigerian men and you're not sure about this guy. Some of you are in so much deep, you've gone so deep in a relationship and you're scared of being heartbroken, and this has made you sad. Some of you feel played, and this is why you are thinking on investigating. And in fact, you've even started making investigation. Like I said before, most Nigerian men don't support romance scam. I tell you this, if you go to Nigeria, you will see that I'm telling you the truth. Most Nigerian men don't, but you still have Nigerian men who do it. So if you meet a scammer and you feel played, you feel like, okay, something is not right, and you're investigating, do as I've said, do it in secret, do it privately. That's why it's called an investigation. Take your time, invest your time, do it in secret, in private, before you spill it out. And if you ever think like, okay, you need to talk about it to see if you're on the right track or something, you can always write me on hometruth86@gmail.com. So, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe. Home Truth Nigeria. Peace out.